Hello everyone, it is Talaya and I'm back with another video. I hope that you're happy and healthy and that your animals are happy and healthy. Tell them I said hi. I wanted to come on here and discuss a few things. I have tried to film this video multiple times and the universe doesn't want me to. I'm just kidding. No, I tried to film yesterday. I filmed like a lot of videos and none of them saved. So I have no idea what happened with that, but I'm kind of glad that they didn't save because I was pretty emotional, in like a very like heated sense. So I'm just going to like disclaimer, this video and also just how my channel works. If you haven't watched me before, I am more of a ranter than I am just, like straight cut and dry, as you can tell. I don't script my videos. I don't like scripting videos. I also don't watch scripting videos. So I'd seen a couple comments of being like all over the place. I am all over the place. So if you don't like that kind of content, then you're probably not going to like me. And I'm sorry about it, but unless it's going to be like a serious sit down video, I don't really enjoy scripting videos. I like sitting here and talking to you and us just talking and having a conversation, having a good time, because we're friends. We're family. We're friends. But I wanted to discuss the update situation with Aiden Ross and Andrew Tate very, very quickly, because I said I was going to update you guys about it. So after Aiden had, like, the clip had gone around of him being like, Tate is like going to come out and blah, blah, blah. He wanted to hang out and it's like now or never. So enforcement had taken a look at that, like a deeper look. They had said he was arrested for the time being. He was released the same day, but they are keeping an eye on him. I think he is allowed clearance to the UK soon. So like they'll like kind of monitor him there, but I'm not 100% sure. If I find the article again, I will post it or like in the description box. I didn't see anything about his brother, so I don't know what's going on with his brother. I'd have to make a whole other video about that, but I don't really care about his brother. I honestly don't. I don't even know if his brother is just went along with what Andrew did, or if he's also his own separate criminal. I don't know. That's not a video for today. Oh, also disclaimer, I do have a blush filter on. I took the lashes filter off because it was really upsetting people, but it was just like, you can't see my mascara, you know what I mean? And it bothers me. But yeah, I just took it off and then I'll look better when I start making videos at home, because I'm going to try and start doing that. But going into the actual topic of today, I watched a video yesterday about the Katie and George situation. And if you don't know, they are two streamers on Twitch who had a situation like at VidCon, and Katie alleged that she was assaulted. This is not true, and I'm very upset by it. So if I do get really heated, I apologize. I have some words. One of them, the video is the video stream that she like made, the VOD that she made, crying without any tears, was incredibly offensive to assault survivors. As an assault survivor myself, some of the stuff she says in there and how she's comparing what happened to her in actual assault makes me sick to my stomach. And I'm not even kidding. Like I was like actually pissed off about it. Because although she's 18 and she's very young, it's a crime. You know what I mean? Like, and also she should be deplatformed for it, or, the VOD should be taken down and she should get punished for it, because faking an assault is so serious. And not to mention, for whatever reason, I don't know her personally, you are also ruining somebody else's career. This George kid, he's the same age as me, or he's older than me. This George kid he's seemingly a good kid. He's a Minecraft streamer. Don't take that, take that with a grain of salt. And he got fired from working with Mr. Beast over this situation. And his whole friend group cut him off. I'm going to go through the situation very quickly, and then we're going to have a discussion. So, at VidCon, I believe it was VidCon specifically. I can be wrong about that. Correct me if I'm wrong. At a convention, Katie had the ability to like host and like have her whole like business or whatever, and she was like invited there. There was a picture what George believed was a picture of Katie's wrist wearing a 21-year-old band. So if you don't know, if you're not of the age of 21 or just haven't been to a convention or kind of like a bar situation, so a lot of times they will give you like a wristband, really cheap like paper wristband that has different colors on it, and if you have that wristband, it basically proves that you're 21 because they check your ID beforehand, or they're supposed to, and you can just order drinks throughout the night. So he assumed she was 21. He at the time was 26. So they go to, I'm going to pass the irrelevant details. They go to Dream's hotel suite. They were invited. It was 8 of them. She said in her stream that there was only 5, but there was 8 of them. One of them being her friend. And she said that she would have been drinking and that she was encouraged to drink, which, okay, which at 18 years old, if you don't want to drink, maybe don't go to a hotel suite with men you don't know very well and drink. That's probably not a good idea. And like, I know 18 is young, but I actually had the same offer, not from the same people, from a guy from YouNow at the time that I was like enthralled with. I had that situation happen to me when I was 17 at VidCon, and just didn't go to a man's hotel room just because like he was a content creator and I was attracted to him. Didn't seem like a good idea, so I didn't do it. But also I know people's like, I don't know, that's a whole other conversation for a different time. She goes to this hotel room and they're drinking, they're playing games, and at some point she says that he tickles her. He asks if she was ticklish. She says no, and he puts his hand on her like bare back. She's crying without any tears and she's freaking out, and she says it's like she's assaulted and blah blah blah. She was so uncomfortable, and then after like that was it. And then when they were leaving, he followed her to, and she refers to him as an older guy, right? And she follows him to or he follows her to the elevator, and she won't take that elevator. Like, she waits, and you know, she'll say she's gonna get on another one, all this kind of crap, right? And she also claims that like everybody in the room knew that she was 18 and a virgin. So let me just say right here that she wasn't assaulted, okay? At most she was uncomfy. What happened was, so she actually did say, unprompted, didn't have anything to do with the game, that she was a virgin. George had no idea that she was 21 years old. She claims it was in her bio, but he proves that at the time, she had a business account, so those special characters, like for the numbers, like wasn't even on her account. So he was like, I didn't know she was 21. I also assumed that wristband of the picture, like, was her wrist, and like assumed that she was 21. He didn't find out till later she wasn't. So she talks about how uncomfortable she was when her friend leaves later on that night, and she doesn't go with her. She stays behind, which if you're so uncomfortable, your friend would have been your out to leave. And then she also says, like, she lies about how drunk she is. And then when she said, like, he followed me to the elevator, George had said in his response video, like, yeah, that did happen. She did, like, say that she wanted to go to another elevator, like, in her stream. And yeah, I did go follow her out because he wanted to hang out with her, right? But she wouldn't have used the elevator because her hotel room was on the same floor that they were on. Hold on, let's stop. Okay. So she was on the same floor. And he like calls out all of her inconsistencies, right? And then, so she claims like how uncomfortable she was assaulted, all that kind of stuff. We find out that they had been flirting prior, and also a month after this. A month after, she's texting him and flirting with him, and the game that they were playing, like, it was like a phone game that they were playing. Like, they were sending each other scores, and like they were being like really like tongue-in-cheek flirty with each other. So now she's screaming assault, right? And isn't receiving any type of repercussions for that situation, but she's screaming assault, and George is like, yeah, we were fine. And then I find out that the girl, like her friend that she was with, doesn't like him and doesn't like his like whole entire friend group. So she's like, so he kind of like backpedals a little bit, but he was pretty good at like defending himself when he needed to. He never, ever, ever, ever like takes fault for it, because he's not at fault. Like, he didn't assault her. He just says like, yeah, like, yes, I did touch her back, but that's as far as it went. Like, I didn't go any further than that. And she said like she wasn't tickling her. So putting the situation to perspective, and this really, really bothers me in general, but so if you're on a date with somebody, there is a difference between like sexual consent and like vibe consent. I have no other, I can't think of the word that I'm trying to look for, but it's kind of like, you don't have, or if you're mature enough and you have proper boundaries, you and the person that you're seeing on a date with, whatever, don't really need like consent to like hold each other's hand, right? Or if a guy is tickling you, do you really need consent for that? No. And I know there's a conversation like we could have around that, but grow the fuck up. You know what I mean? Like, if some man touches you on your back and you feel like uncomfortable for whatever reason, leave. Say, if you don't want to say no because it's gonna put you in a situation you're uncomfortable. I've been there, like, you know, not wanting to speak up, whatever. But if you are super uncomfortable and nothing is happening, nothing's keeping you there, you were tickled, smack his hand away, say no, you know, or just leave. She when she talked about like they're encouraging her to drink. If you don't want to drink, don't drink. If the biggest issue that I have with all of this is, if you're too young to establish proper boundaries for yourself, you shouldn't be out and about, and you shouldn't be a streamer. Sorry, you shouldn't be at streaming parties at 18 years old, underage, drinking. You know what I mean? Like, but here's the issue with it. Like, you're an adult. So pick a side, because you're either an 18-year-old adult who can go to these influencer like events and parties and have a good time and conduct yourself properly, or you're freshly 18, like she says, and you can't do anything on your own. And if that's true, stay your ass home, because the fake allegations that are crazy. You are ruining somebody's career for clout and attention because you felt uncomfortable in a situation that you don't want to own. Own it. Own the fact that you did that. It is okay to make mistakes. Maybe you shouldn't have done it. Bad judgment call. That's fine. You're 18 years old. You got a lot of time to fix it. And nobody even cares. You know what I'm saying? And so she's talking about her age and like how creepy he had, like making it seem like he's so predatory. One, he didn't know you were that old because you were drinking and you were lying about your age in order to drink. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're committing you're not even supposed to be drinking. So like, who are you mad at? You're not even supposed to be drinking. Don't drink, you know? And don't put yourself in stupid situations. And if you can't not do that, you shouldn't be out in public. It's crazy. You shouldn't be not out in public. You know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't be out in public with these influencers and doing all of this stuff if you don't have any control over yourself. If you're freshly 18 and you're so new to everything, but these allegations have to stop. They really have to. And comparing, she had said something that shook me to my core, and I almost started crying when I listened to it, because like I know that feeling of, she goes, I felt like something along the lines of feeling like so dirty and not being able to wash off that feeling. You were fucking tickled. You were tickled. And at the very most, you were uncomfortable. The fact that you can sit here with your privileged little 18-year-old ass and have a platform and make fake allegations and ruin some man's career is disgusting. And you should be deplatformed. And it's not a fucking joke to me to fake an allegation. It is not okay. It is so not okay. And it's not cute. You should lose your entire channel for making a fake allegation. It is so not okay. To the actual survivors, it is so not okay to put what happened to you. And let's be fucking real, nothing happened. Because that happens in the fucking 3rd grade when a guy likes you and he tickles you. What happened was you guys were both cuddling and he was testing boundaries. And yeah, should he have asked, like, hey, can I touch you? Hey, whatever. If you want him to, sure, right? But you were talking to this man a month after, flirting with him and all. Didn't have a problem with any of that, right? And she goes, oh, I was talking to him because he was such a big creator. And, I didn't. Yes, he's a bigger creator, but that doesn't matter. And this video I was watching yesterday, this guy talks about how, it's Papa Gut. And he goes, if you meet a creator like a celebrity and you're willing to do things you wouldn't normally do for them without them leveraging their power and their power imbalance, that's on you. At 100% I agree. That is on you. If you are and trust me, I'm not saying I wouldn't be one of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it depends on who it is, but I have some. I've got some passes. If Jungkook told me, anyways, we don't need to get into all of that, but it's disgusting and it's very upsetting. And I do think that there's a problem. If the video needs to be taken down and she should be punished for it, and platforms need to do something about it. If these young, and the thing is like, there's no room for growth for her. And we've seen it time and time again with these creators where they get big young, they have a lot of money, so when they make mistakes, they have the money to fix it, and they never really grow as people. And they stay the exact same age, like Aiden Ross, same maturity as when he got his big break, and they don't grow as people because nobody holds them accountable, because their audiences don't hold them accountable. I have gone back and forth in my head as far as like my future and my life and whatever, and things that I've wanted to do. And I've looked back and I've been like, man, if I had just been consistent, not just like, whatever, I could have done something. And then I look back at like my age and all of that kind of stuff, and I think about it, but I am so glad, and I mean this with all sincerity, that I didn't become any type of online fame, internet fame. I didn't have any of that, any money when I was that age, or if I was 4 years ago even, because I don't think I would be the same person. And that makes me upset, because it makes me sad, because I wouldn't have held myself accountable. I wouldn't have been an adult. I wouldn't have struggled. And in my personal situation, I grew up in a place where I didn't have to struggle. And I never struggled before until I moved out on my own, and I decided to struggle because I felt a sense of entitlement that I didn't like about myself. Truly. And I wanted to go through real life. And I have. Do you see my car? And I do, right? Oh, this is gonna stop again. Hold on. My battery is all messed up. Hold on. I'm sorry I got so heated there as well. But I don't have a lot of sympathy for people who don't work hard and don't really have any life experience, and haven't ever struggled. I was in a place where I didn't have to struggle, but I did it because I had a sense of entitlement that I didn't like about myself. So 18 years old, I left and I decided to move out of state and live on my own. And, I moved to South Carolina for a little bit and came back, obviously. But I struggled. And I think that helped me appreciate and understand the world around me, like, so much better. And a lot of people that don't do that, not all, but a lot of people that don't do that, view the world very differently and don't have compassion for people that are struggling, because they just don't get it. And not understanding, like, the world, essentially. Like it's so rare to be in a situation nowadays to where you don't have to struggle and work hard, for so many of us. And to not understand that, not to be sympathetic or empathetic, I just don't have a lot of respect for those people, honestly. But my point being that, especially at that age, I do think that the platform should hold content creators, especially younger content creators, to a different standard and be more strict with things, and also deplatform people that make false allegations, because the people that make false allegations usually get the people that they're alleging, like, ruining their career, right? So, and for whatever reason, the person that is alleging these things, they don't, like, seem to even get punished for it. And it really upsets me, because this man doesn't deserve that. That didn't happen, like, he really just doesn't deserve that. And it's so upsetting to see some of, like, these really good men, like, lose their careers over goblins, like clout chasing goblins. Like, it really upsets me. And there should be something that's done about that. It's not okay. She should lose her platform very seriously. He lost his opportunities with Mr. Beast. He lost his friend group. And what shitty friends to leave you when you know that you didn't do anything. Like, why? Like, just so that they can continue on their career, they're gonna they're not gonna stand up. It just no integrity whatsoever. It blows my mind. Nothing's gonna happen to her. It's crazy, and it absolutely just, it upsets me to my core, as you can tell. But I wanted to just get that off my chest. I'm sorry that this video was, like, so all over the place. I appreciate you being here. If you've watched this far, oh my God, thank you so much. I love you. I hope that if you've watched this far, I hope that the rest of your year is exactly what you wish for it to be. I hope that you get everything that you want on your vision board. I hope that you are healthy and happy, and the people around you are healthy and happy, and your animals and your just everything that you care about, I hope, can stay just near and dear to you and all of that. I don't know. I'm just talking nonsense at this point. But I do wish the best for you. Tell your pets I said hi. And remember that I love you. And thank you for hearing me rant all the time. I appreciate you guys. You guys are, like, my family. And I love this. I love this. So I will see you in my next one. And don't do anything I wouldn't do. Bye, everyone.